picture of this house, guys.
At Marcotte, having your back goes well beyond your purchase. You see, Marcotte knows your time is very valuable. So when you need your vehicle serviced, Marcotte goes above and beyond. Marcotte will pick up your vehicle from your home or work, service it, and
Birthplace of Jonathan Edwards, guys. South Windsor, Connecticut. Main Street, Old Main Street. I got about a 20-minute video I'll probably upload later tonight of an old cemetery down here, guys. But driving back home, I figured I'd go live on this road. Old Main Street, South Windsor, and eventually into East Hartford. Well, I'm going to stop and check on my parents, see how they're doing. But it's beautiful here. This is along the Connecticut River. Connecticut River is about a half mile to the right of where we're driving. So we're driving south. But this area here used to be part of Windsor, one of the original settlements in the early 1600s, and then eventually it became a separate town, South Windsor. There's a lot of nice old properties here. Tobacco growers. Good morning, folks. I'm just taking a ride back down Main Street, South Windsor, and eventually we're going to reach East Hartford, Connecticut, where I'm probably going to shut off in a little bit. I'm going to go down there and check on my parents. I got my dogs with me here, and we were just exploring an old cemetery called the Edwards Cemetery in South Windsor. Very prominent burial there is Jonathan Edwards, an early graduate of Yale and one of the leaders of the American religious revival of the 1700s. So we just passed his birthplace. So I stopped there and I took a photograph of the house with my camera, and now we're continuing on here. Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice morning. There's a guy here just got a camera. Stop sign here. You guys got to check out these old properties. These are late 1700s. Looks like 1750. That one. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Krista. Good morning, official cool guy. Good to see you, buddy. This is a nice property. Look at that, guys. Beautiful house. All right, guys. I gotta keep this clipped, and the road's getting a little busier here as we continue on south. It's the Wood Memorial Library. Champ the Boxer. It's an old school here. South Windsor is a nice town, nice suburban town. Still retains much of its middle class character. It's like a Remington statue there, huh? It's a beautiful day today. Finally have some blue sky after several days of this Canada smoke. And I guess we're supposed to get some more of it on the tail end of today. But while it's still nice out, I wanted to get out here and walk the dogs a bit and explore some old stuff. It did rain here overnight. Passing thunderstorms, nothing major. But we needed the rain to knock down some of the pollen and whatnot. Guys, check out this old house. Look at the size of that. Probably has about 6 or 7 bedrooms in there, if not more. A lot of this area was farmed as tobacco. It still is. A gentleman there tending his farm. Good boy, champ. Sit down. I'm gonna turn the music off. I'll probably get a copyright on that and they'll block the whole video. You don't know with this music stuff on YouTube. Either you get a pass on it. I'm not monetized. I don't intend to be monetized, so I like to add a little music to the videos here and there, but a few of these artists will just outright block the entire video, and it's just stupid. I mean, yeah, I understand it's their content, and they want to do what they want to do with it, so I'll just avoid it. That's how I'm going to deal with it. Keep your content, bro. Podunk River. Krista, you still here? How's your house hunting going, or your apartment hunting? Hope you find something soon, honey. I've lived in this area pretty much most of my adult life and childhood, and I rarely came down this way trying to get rental assistance. Yeah, definitely do that, Kristen. You will definitely qualify, you and your husband being disabled, no doubt. And I remember what I told you, in a pinch, if push comes to shove, call 211. The state of Connecticut will come and help you with that. They'll definitely find you something that's affordable for you. So we are now in East Hartford, Connecticut, guys. The main street's going to blend into Route 5 here in East Hartford. And Route 5's a more congested area here. The middle median there used to be a rail line, and it was more freight than anything else. I don't think there was any passenger trains there, but there was definitely freight from the Pratt & Whitney aircraft engine factory and that sort of thing. So we're now in East Hartford, in the northern end of East Hartford, driving southbound on Main Street, also known as Route 5. There you go, Christy. You got a sub, honey. Wow. This place used to be a flea market, and then later on a gym. A small gym. I remember working out there in my early 20s, which would have been about 25, almost 30 years ago. So, well, a lot has changed here in East Hartford. Yeah, guys, definitely network. Check out the other people. Hey, Red, check out the other people in the comments, and you know, if they got a channel with some content, sub up to them. You know, we're all good people here. Red, you got to put up some content, buddy, down in your neck of the woods. Even if it's just a short with your crows, put something up. This guy's is the AAA Diner. Open 24/7, 365. Back when I was younger and I'd be hanging out with my friends, we would come back here like 2, 3 in the morning and grab a bite to eat before going home. So I'm looking forward to Noodles and Michelle doing their Renaissance Fair. Cool guy. There's a channel in Connecticut, a lady in Windsor called Michelle Marie Delaney. And she's on live like every day. She's disabled, almost blind, almost deaf. But she does a morning show every morning from 10 to noon. Does a show on Saturdays. And just an interesting person, you know. Check her out. Michelle Marie Delaney, Dalene. And there's another guy named David Boldo who has a bunch of different channels, and he's coming down to Windsor to pick her up later this morning or early afternoon, and they're going to go to the Renaissance Fair in Harwinton, Connecticut. So they'll be broadcasting live. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Michelle's channel or on David's channel. I would think probably on Michelle's channel. But that should be interesting. Seeing all the old jousting and whatnot going on there. The Bobby Starr Show. Okay. Yeah, check out the Bobby Starr Show. That's another channel you want to sub up to. And Bobby Starr is the character that David Boldo goes by, and he may be live streaming the Renaissance Fair on that channel, the Bobby Starr Show. But Gotta get through this light here, guys. Here we go. Nice. As far as East Hartford goes, it's kind of hit the bottom and it's starting to claw its way back up. I mean, there was a major employer here called the Pratt Whitney Manufacturing Company, and after World War II, they manufactured jet engines. They're still in business. They're owned by, I think, Lockheed Martin, and they do get some contracts, but they're nowhere near their original capacity of 3 shifts around the clock. And so, I think they have 1 shift going. They still build jet engines and this sort of thing, but just a fraction of what they used to do. They're down the street here. They're going to be on the left-hand side. I'll point the camera there when we get there. We got a Coca-Cola bottling company here. This business has been around forever. Some of my friends from high school actually went to work for them as drivers. So over there across the road is the Pratt Whitney factory. They used to have an airport behind there, and they've kind of sold that off. There's a Cabela's back there. There's a football stadium that the University of Connecticut built. But the original factory is still here, guys. And they're still in business, so. He actually made it. Yeah, Ed made it down to Florida. And he called me a couple times Wednesday. I was in court, and he left voice messages, and they sounded like he was flipping out. And I think he got kicked off the train around near Daytona somewhere. And he would call me, so I pulled over on the side of the road, and I talked to him, and I said, Ed, call 911. And he did, and then the cops came, and they checked him out, and they said, the guy's obviously nuts, and they put him in the hospital in Daytona Beach, where he's locked up at the present time. I called the hospital yesterday to check on him, and all they did was confirm that he's still there. They wouldn't let me talk to him. They wouldn't tell me his condition. But I did pass along Ed's daughter's name and phone number to the hospital staff in case, they need to do something with Ed and they need a family member to make a decision or whatever. I don't want to be that person. I barely know the guy, and his daughter is really his only closest living relative. So, I passed the buck there, but, it's not my place to pull the plug on Ed or do anything like that if they have to do something like that. That should be up to his daughter. But he's still in the hospital as of yesterday. Hopefully he'll get the treatment he needs. He in my opinion, meeting the guy several times, he needs a group home setting with a staff that can monitor him. He cannot function on his own. He doesn't take care of himself. He's unable to do that. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I'm not ragging on the guy, but that's the way it is. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna cut it loose here. I'm about 3 or 4 miles from my parents' house, so I'm gonna let everybody go. Everybody have a great day. Get outside, enjoy some fresh air, and I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for coming by. Bye.